going to work on Siddhasana, Adept's pose, sometimes known as accomplished pose. In Sanskrit, Siddha means very accomplished. It's like the accomplished one or having many values. And of course, asana means posture pose. So together, Siddhasana is often referred to as accomplished pose or adept's pose. So we're going to begin in Sukhasana, comfortable, easy pose, just a cross-legged position. And you'll notice from your Sukhasana that when you look down, you can see a little triangle between your crossed legs and your pelvis, your groin area. So for Siddhasana, what we're going to do, take your bottom foot, for me it's the left, and that heel is going to slide right into the groin. And then that brings the knee out further to the side. And I'm rooting down through the sit bones. I'm making sure that they're still connected. So I'm not rocking back on the pelvis and coming into a C curve. And then the top leg, I'm going to lift. And the toes from the top leg are going to go in between the calf and the thigh of the bottom leg, if they'll fit. And then that knee comes out to the side. Then we sit up nice and tall. And this is a comfortable posture that many people use for meditation. So we're going to talk a little bit about what modifications might be for this posture. I don't know if you can see it in the video or not, but this knee is kind of floating. So one quick modification would be to bring a blanket underneath the knees so that you feel grounded and stable. Another thing that you might do is to sit on blankets or a bolster. And what that does, I'll bring the blankets behind me. Once we sit on a stack of blankets or even a blanket, we get the hips higher than the knees. And so we're less likely to see that C curve of the spine or an unhealthy pelvic tilt because we have some space here from which we can lengthen through the spine and the crown of the head. You can also bring the block behind you if you just need to get that feeling. And the block can come kind of between the shoulder blades and the wall, and you can lean back into the wall. So to do this, you would want to be 3 or 4 inches from the wall, just block's width, and that can help you get the feeling of lengthening the spine. So sometimes people have uncomfortable ankles, like maybe the bottom ankle is rubbing. You could always bring a block underneath the bottom ankle. And of course, you can sit on a bolster. And for my body, if I'm gonna sit on a bolster, I've gotta have a blanket underneath to catch my knees. There we go. And that can really open up space through the pelvis. So what you'll notice from Siddhasana, because a lot of times people get this one confused with Sukhasana. When you look down from Siddhasana, you don't see that triangle there that we saw in Sukhasana because the feet are up against the groin area and the pelvis. And then the knees come out much wider in Siddhasana. And after you've been in this posture for a few moments, you might want to switch the direction of the legs just so that one leg doesn't fall asleep and so that the body stays even.